Hey, welcome back, engineers. So for this video, we're going to learn how to use Onshape so we can get a file in Corel Draw, and then so we can also use a laser cutter to cut out our product. So let's go ahead and get started by clicking on Create. Go to Document. So we're going to title this Marble Labyrinth. Just call it Marble. So we're going to check our units first. So click on these three lines, select workspace units, make sure it's in inches or in centimeters if you're using that, and go ahead and accept. We're going to go to our top view. We're going to select Sketch and make sure you click on Top. And notice our top plane is selected for a sketch plane. So here we're going to use a center point right or center point rectangle. So click on it, notice it's selected. We select our origin, we click, let go, and we expand our box. So go ahead and deselect this icon, select this one for dimension, and notice the shortcut with the letter D. You can click that and go ahead and select that top line, type in a value of 12 or whatever size you're using for your product. And then this area over here will have a value of 12 as well. We can also use these different relationships that we'll go over later, but keep in mind that there are shortcuts. So go ahead and deselect. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to add some circles so that I can have holes and make my game a bit more complicated. I'm going to just drop in about 3-4 holes. And notice if they're blue, I can move them around wherever I want. And I can also change their sizes. So I want to make sure they're all equal. So I'm going to select all the circles. So I'm clicking them. Notice that they're yellow. I'm going to check this drop-down menu and select equal. So now they all have the same size. And if I show my constraints, notice these equal symbols are highlighting which objects are equal to each other. So I'm going to select my dimension tool. I'm going to select this circle, and I'm going to put a value of 0.75 so that my marble can actually fall through that. So in this situation, I'm going to show you something else. So go ahead and place another circle. Let's go ahead and set this one equal to this circle. And we're also going to click on the circle and select this icon here, which says construction. All right, so this is pretty much done right here. Later on, you can get some practice and get your walls done. We're going to accept this. You're going to right click on sketch one or click with two fingers if you're on a Chromebook. Select export as DXF. You're going to make sure that this format is saying DXF and go ahead and click export. From here, we downloaded this file. And now we can actually go to Corel Draw. So Corel Draw will look like this. You can also search it in this Windows icon. So go ahead and double click on Corel Draw. If you're new to Corel Draw, you do need to accept its terms and conditions. So here we're going to go to File. We're going to Open. I'm going to my recent downloads. And I'm going to go ahead and select this recent download. I want to make sure my units are in English, quote unquote, or inches, and go ahead and click OK. Our print bed has a value of 32, so change this value here to 32. Hit enter. Change this value to 18. And notice that my drawing stayed the same, but the background changed. This is to show our position within our cutting board. So we're going to highlight all of our objects. We're going to select Object, Group, and notice these shortcuts. You can use these by holding Control and clicking G. So I'm going to group. So now all of my items are placed together. And then I'm going to go ahead and select or highlight this. Select this color here. Make sure you're in the Properties tab, which is located here. So I'm on my color black. I'm going to make sure I change red to 255. And I hit enter. So this is going to allow me to cut out everything. So this is pretty much done. So now I'm going to go to File. Control P is a shortcut, so print. I have to make sure my printer is selected, which is BLS 6.6. And I go ahead and click print. So now we're done with Corel Draw. And we go to our software, which is called UCP. So it should look like this. And if you can't find it, just type this out in the search menu, UCP, which is located here. And notice this shows my previous jobs that I've created. Right now I'm on job 67, which is this cutout here. So first thing I want to do, I want to click on my relocate view, and I click and hold, and I drag this around to my top left corner to make sure I save materials. And now go to settings, and here I can change this all manually, or I can just go to material database. So material database, I scroll down, I go to natural. Since we're working with cardboard or wood, I'm going to select wood. I'm going to select medium wood, general medium woods. So for material thickness, we're going to be using this caliper here to measure out the thickness of our material. So whatever material you're cutting through, just make sure you measure its thickness. So you always want to zero the caliper, so click on this button here where it says 0, and your caliper should read 0. So now I'm going to open it up and place it over my object, and I'm going to measure it. So this one is measuring 0.04 inches. So if that was my material, I put 0.04 here. Most pieces of cardboard are 0.2 inches thick, so just put a value of 0.2, and then hit apply and click OK. So now in this situation, we are going to turn on our laser cutter by clicking a button that pops up here that's red. It's a power button. And before we actually run our laser, you're going to go ahead and take out the lens. Notice the lens looks like this. Please be very careful not to touch this lens here. If it looks cloudy at all, you do need to clean it. So what I recommend is you get one of these optical wipes. You're going to tear a sheet out. And what we want to do is place a small amount of our solution onto the wipe. And we're going to gently clean out our device by just wiping it once and then a second time. Just make sure any residue is taken off. If not, we will destroy our lens. So anyways, please put this back by securing it with a screw. That's pretty much it for the lens cleaning. So then from there, just go, after you put it back the lens, click on this icon here once it's green and your machine is on, and your machine will run. Anyways, thanks for watching. Try it out.